We like to think of our 4G development in the same terms as the Star Wars saga, where there's 9 episodes. We feel that over the last 2 years we've only done episodes 1 and 2, and we're in a good place now, but there's still 3 and 4 to come over the next 2 years, and we'll keep on going until 2020 to reach the full 9. So in terms of what that means, you've already heard in the press that we're going to be speeding ahead with the rollout of carrier aggregation to 300 megs, and we're already planning the next step beyond that to keep bringing the best of technology to the UK. It is a very challenging rollout. LTE Advanced is something obviously very new, and there's a number of challenges that we're facing in rolling it out in the real world, especially because we're rolling it out in the most dense areas of the network with minimum disruption. So first of all, I'd say I think in the UK it's a specific regulatory requirement regarding 2600 megahertz because of the number of radars that are concentrated in the country, very close to the 2600 frequency band. So we have some very strict requirements that we need to respect for Ofcom in terms of simulating possible interference. That's the first challenge that we've had. We're pretty much through that now, so we're ready to start rolling out now. Secondly, there are new antennas for us because we don't have any 2600 antennas historically on our network. So it's going to be a lot of antenna work, a lot of rigging work, a lot of people on the rooftops. So we have to be very careful about health and safety and making sure that we do things in the right way with minimum disruption. Apart from that, also the transmission is obviously a bigger and bigger challenge because we need to provide throughputs up to 300 megs per second, which is incredible for a mobile network. So we need to keep increasing the pipes for transmission purposes. But we feel that the investment we're putting in now for this step of episode 3 and 4 is going to be valid in transmission terms right to the 9 episodes. So it's going to be quite a big pipe we're putting in for transmission. That is a big challenge in the urban centres, but we're facing that very well. Yeah, voice over LTE, we've announced publicly that we're in trials now, and those trials are going very well. We're very pleased with the progress. We are building an IMS network that is going into our network right now. So we're very pleased with the progress so far, but we made it very clear we're not going to launch VoLTE commercially until we're absolutely convinced that it gives the same level of quality and stability and reliability as our existing CSFB, circuit switch fallback. So we believe that's going to be next year. We're going to do a lot of testing, trialing, optimization, because the VoLTE networks that have launched so far, we've been to visit them both in Korea and in America. We know that in Korea they don't have yet full seamless mobility between 3G and 4G, something that we definitely would like to have here. And in America also we've taken some feedback from the operators there, and that's why we're going to plan for at least 6 months of optimization, testing, and we're not going to launch commercially until it's at the same level of quality as the existing networks. Quality is very important to us obviously and to our customers. So sometime next year, trialing now, sometime next year we'll go live, but in the meantime we've also announced voice over Wi-Fi that we'll be launching this year. So that's a stepping stone towards full VoLTE, I would say. And it's quite different to the existing voice over Wi-Fi offers that are available today because it's not based on any app. It's a seamless voice call as you have over the cellular network. And that's quite innovative, so we're doing a lot of work and testing on that. That should go live later this year. But it is different to VoLTE because voice over Wi-Fi doesn't guarantee any quality of service. It should guarantee good voice calling under certain conditions when there's no cellular coverage, but it is really a backup to the cellular network. Whereas VoLTE will provide full quality of service guarantees to make sure that the voice quality is excellent.